Hey guys! So today I'm bringing you a video on how I do my eyebrows. So it's just going to be the eyebrows, but I am planning on, after this one, doing like my eyelashes and my foundation routine so that we can cut time when I'm doing like really in-depth makeup tutorials so that one won't be as long. You guys will just kind of know what my foundation routine is, my eyelashes, how I apply my mascara, and my brows. And since the first thing I do is apply my brows, that it's the first video that's going to come to you, but I apologize in advance for my very little vocabulary. Sometimes when I turn the camera on, I like forget all of my vocabulary. So that's that. Yeah. We're gonna just do brows today, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching! Alright, and then for the eyebrows, I have always been more of like a natural girl per se with the brows because I don't like them to be too on fleek. And I think the thicker they are, the better, so keep them as thick as you possibly can. So like whenever I get them done, if they are like just too perfect, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Like, I don't know, it weirds me out. So like right now, they're kind of, I honestly haven't touched them in a really long time. So like once we zoom you in so that I can show you exactly what I do with them, you'll be able to see like little hairs here and there. And like I do like to clean up these areas sometimes, but I'm terrible at shaping them. So they're kind of just, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they look terrible right now, but they're definitely not at their best. But I don't know, I kind of like it like this way better. But anyways, let's just get started. So the first thing I like to do is I like to grab my Anastasia 12 brush and I'll just comb them up. Just like that. And then I will grab an angled brush, not necessarily a liner brush. You want something with a little bit more hair because angled brushes are really thin, which is kind of like the other side of the 12, so I don't like to use that one. I like to use an Urban Decay one that has a lot more hair to it. And I'm going to go in with my Tartelette palette and I'm going to grab the shade Wanderer. And normally you could either actually buy brow products or whatever that's actually your color. Wanderer is definitely not the color of my eyebrow hair, but since I went lighter, I just kind of fill it in with way lighter powder because even though I go in with another product, that one kind of darkens it up a little bit, so I'll go, like, it's really light. It is this shade right there. So dip it in there, and then what I do with the powder is I just kind of shape them a little bit and then fill in any sparse areas that I have. But I'm going to zoom you in right now because you're going to need to get a little closer to get a better view, so see you in a second. Oh, I'm just going to kind of draw a line right here. And then up this way where my hair stops since I brushed it upwards. And then drag it down towards the end. And then now that I kind of trace everything, like the outer shape of my brow, the natural shape it is, you can grab a little bit more if you feel like you need it. And just kind of fill in these sparse areas. I actually have a decent quantity of hair in my brows, so I just kind of need to fill in this little area right here because I don't know, it always just seems to have less hair. And I don't want to put too much of the brow powder or matte eyeshadow because I'm going to go in with another thing. So that's it for that one. And again, we're just kind of going to do the same thing to the other one. Just trace the beginning, like where you want it to stop on the bottom row. And then you could do where you want it to start. Just draw upwards. And then again, trace the outer part of your eyebrow at the top. And then just connect everything towards the outer edge. And then start filling in your sparse areas. And even on this eyebrow, it's still just that area. Just like that. And I don't know if you're able to tell, but they look immediately a little bit fuller. And then we're going to go in with another Tarte product, the Amazonian Colored Clay Tinted Brow Gel. This one is my favorite brow gel just because it is of a thicker consistency, and the brush is so small that I feel like it literally coats all of your hairs, so it makes your eyebrow hairs look thicker. And it's waterproof, so it'll stay on all day until you intentionally want to take it off. Like, it's actually pretty easy to remove, but other than that, it'll literally just stay on your eyebrows and keep your eyebrows in place. So it's the best of all of the worlds. I actually use this one by itself just when I don't feel like applying too much makeup and I'm like scrunched for time. So this is good. I use the shade Rich Brown, again because it's a lighter shade than my actual eyebrow hair, and I need it to look lighter for now. So, and then how I like to do it is I like to start with the tip of it and kind of just mark the beginning of it, kind of brush them upwards. And then I'll go in with the entire brush and work it through there as well in a upwards motion. So brushing your hair upwards. And then just bring it all the way here. And then I'll grab the very beginning of it again for the outer part of the brow since it's the skinniest. And then if you don't necessarily want to thicken everything, because that's how we would just go in with all of the wand, if you just kind of want to shape it, I would suggest just using the very tip of the brush, because it's really good for that. And then you can just keep going until you are satisfied. That looks pretty good. Do you see that? Bam! Brows. So again on the other side, and when I take it out of the thing, there is a little bit of excess that gets stuck to the tip of the brush. So, especially since I use the tip a lot, make sure to leave that excess in there. So again, starting at the tip, just kind of mark the very beginning of your brows with it, and then you can go ahead with the entire brush and brush them upwards. And once you get to the tip again, use the tip of the brush. I feel like I'm really bad with kind of describing what I do sometimes when I'm on camera, so I apologize. I'm trying. And that would be it. So once I'm done with everything, and that's literally all I do with my eyebrows, I grab eyeshadow primer. This time I'm going to be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and so I'll just grab a little bit of it and kind of dab it all over, and grab a little bit more, and then dab it up here in this brow area. Smooth everything out, and then I'll kind of like push it upwards, kind of like that, so it cleans up the eyebrow part a little bit. Just like that. Do you see how it just looks much cleaner? That's why I like to do my eyebrows the very first thing I do when I'm doing my makeup, my brows. Because like using the eyeshadow primer, it'll clean up this area under the brow bone, and like when I'm done with my eyeshadow and I put on more moisturizer, it cleans up like this outer area if I needed to. And if it starts looking, because sometimes I apply too much product on the very beginning of the brows, I'll brush it through with this once I've put my moisturizer on, because it'll help remove a little bit of the product without clearing it all of it out. So that's why I do my eyebrows first. And that is all for the eyebrows. That is my eyebrow routine. So I hope you guys learned something, if anything. I mean, if anything, you learned how I do my eyebrows. So, but yeah, there really is like no like rule of like you have to use brow products. Just use what works on your brows. Because obviously, you know, I use the Tartelette eyeshadow to kind of fill everything in. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Inadequate? Whatever, I apologize.